it stopped once again about 3 feet shy of her. For a while there was nothing but the sound of the wind racing along the ground. In due time the girl opened her mouth to speak.
"I take it you're a drifter. You a hunter?"
Her tone was defiant and full of daring, and yet also a touch worn. The rider sat on his horse but made no answer. She couldn't see his face very well because he had a wide-brimmed traveler's hat low over his eyes and was covered from the nose down by a scarf. Judging from his powerful frame and the combat utility belt, half revealed from his faded black long coat, it was safe to say he was no seasonal laborer or merchant dealing with scattered villages. A blue pendant, hanging just below his scarf, reflected the girl's pensive expression. Her large eyes, fixed on the long sword strapped to his back, limning an elegant arc, quite different from the straight blades cherished by so many other hunters. It spoke of the vast expanses of time and space its owner had traveled. Disconcerted, perhaps, by the lack of response, the girl shouted,
"That sword purely for show? If so, I'll take it off you to sell down at the next open market. Set her down."
As if to say that, if that didn't get an answer out of him, then the time for talking is done, the girl took one step back with her right leg and crouched in preparation. The hand with the whip slowly rose to her side. The rider responded for the first time. "What do you want?" The girl's expression was one of amazement. Though the voice of her opponent was low, and she could barely pick it out over the snarling of the wind, it sounded like the voice of a 17 or 18-year-old youth.
"What the hell? You're just a kid!" "Well, I'm still not going to show you any mercy. Show me what you've got."
"So you're a bandit, then? You're awfully forthcoming for one."
"You dolt! If I was looking for money, you think I'd go after a lousy drifter like you? I want to see how good you are."
The wind shot with a sharp snap. The girl cracked her whip. It didn't look like she was doing any more than playing it out lightly with her wrist, but the whip twisted time and again like an ominous black serpent in the light of the setting sun.
"Here I come. If you fancy some good eatin' in the village of Ransilva, you'll have to go through me first."
The youth remained motionless atop his mount. He didn't reach for his sword or for his combat belt. What's more, when the girl saw how nonchalant he remained when challenged to battle by a good-looking young lady who gave no reasons but showered him with a murderous gaze, a tinge of consternation rushed into her expression. Letting out a rasp of breath, the girl struck with her whip. The weapon was made from intertwined werewolf bristles painstakingly tanned over 3 long months, with applications of animal fat. A direct hit from it would sunder flesh. "What the—" The girl leapt back. Her expression changed. Her whip was supposed to strike the youth's left shoulder, but for some reason, just at the instant she saw it hit him, the whip changed direction and shot instead for her own left shoulder. The youth had reversed the vectors of the whip without the slightest injury to himself and turned the attack back upon its source. To grasp the speed and angle of that black snake striking so fast it escaped the naked eye, and have the reflexes to do something about it, was something that defied description. "Damn it, you're good!" Worked by her right hand, the whip did not strike her shoulder, but danced back through thin air, yet the girl stood rooted to the spot and made no attempt at a second attack. She realized his fighting skills were as high above hers as the heavens were over the earth. "Out of my way, please." The youth